What is up, guys? Before this episode starts, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Anchor. The Anchor is a very easy app to use if you're thinking of starting up your own podcast. The app is also free, so you can get started right away from your phone. The Anchor app will also distribute your podcast to almost everywhere you can listen to podcasts, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So really, they'll get your podcast to all the major platforms. Make sure you'll go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Let's get to the podcast. Hello, guys, and welcome to Sports Library. Welcome to the Sports Library podcast. We are back here. This is episode number 2 of the Sports Library podcast on sportslibrary.tech. I am here, Samson George, the writer mainly on Sports Library Tech. I'm Samson George. I'm here with my partner, Jonathan George.
Yes.
Okay, welcome, Jonathan. Welcome to the show. You were here on the last episode, so you know how things go down here. Basically, just talk about what happens normally in the week of the NFL and the NBA, because that's normally what we cover on sportslibrary.tech. That's basically essentially what we cover. We just write a story. Either one day it's on the NFL or the NBA. And today, I'm writing one of these topics right now, so you'll see my story uploaded later today. But let's get into the podcast because we don't want to waste any more time. We already got limited time here in quarantine. We're in separate rooms. The last podcast was a little bit more echoey, right?
Background. Yes, we were together.
Yeah, last time we were in the same room. We thought that'd be better, but it was more echoey in the background. So this time,
yes, I'm in my room right now. You're in your room right now. Yep.
Yes. Okay, so let's get straight into our first topic of the day. And I have not seen anyone talk about this on ESPN, Fox Sports. I thought let's just do something different. Let's talk about two quarterbacks. They went to the same college, really from the same state, also in high school. These guys went to the same college, two separate teams in the NFL, both number 1 draft picks also. Let's talk about Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield. Okay, these two quarterbacks, some of the best quarterbacks we have in the NFL. And I'm just thinking, we have two great quarterbacks in the NFL with these two guys. And what is your stance on who's the better quarterback and who do you think is going to have a better season in 2020?
Kyler Murray.
You think Kyler Murray is going to do you think Kyler Murray is going to have a better season?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry, little technical difficulties, but we're back. So, you think Kyler Murray is going to have a better season? Why don't you tell me a little bit why?
Because Kyler Murray is going to be good this year because of the second year. He'll be more. He has a lot of weapons to throw to. He has Larry Fitzgerald. He has a new wide receiver named Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins from Houston Texans. You know what DeAndre Hopkins did to the Dallas Cowboys.
Against the Cowboys because Sunday Night Football, overtime game, that was a crazy ending game. So this point with my team, the Cowboys. Now they also have on the Cardinals now. And I think the Cardinals going to have a good year. They have a good because they actually drafted a linebacker in the 2020 draft named Isaiah Simmons. He'll be a good guy for the Arizona Cardinals. I know the Cardinals have a tough NFC West schedule like Seattle, division teams like Seattle, Niners, Cardinals, Rams. That'd be a kind of tough division because it's gonna be a tough division to play against. And but I think the Cardinals could do good this year and because we improved this year 2020 season than the first year. That's what
So you're going with Kyler Murray. I'm also going to agree with you. I think Kyler Murray is definitely going to have the better season with the upcoming 2020 season. Mainly because, like you said, he just has the better team. He has better weapons. He has, a decent defense to back him up. And he definitely has the better head coach. I think that's the difference between these two teams is that one team has, an okay coach who doesn't, that really is the struggle of the team. That's the Browns. They really struggle on the head coaching job over there. Like, they can never seem to get their head coach. I think that's one of the reasons why the Cleveland Browns and just Baker Mayfield, they're not going to have a great year this 2020 season. Even though on paper, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, who's the running back? Oh, he's from
Nick Chubb.
He used to go to Kansas City.
Kareem Hunt.
Nick Chubb.
Kareem
Hunt, Nick Chubb. They got, and on the
Dude
defense they
Johnson,
got also good players. Yeah,
Greedy
they got
Williams,
like Greedy Williams. I was a big fan of him. He was getting
Greedy the
drafted,
football,
but
Greedy the football, the big man. Miles Garrett they
so
have.
and Miles Garrett, so they really have a good team, and I think they have good players. They just need a good head coach. They need a better game plan. I think when you start letting Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry run those slant routes, that's when you can really start for them to start, being a better team. They got 6 wins last year, which was honestly, the first year they were together, they could have maybe been a lot better, but 6-10 is not terrible. I would have liked for them to have gotten 8 wins. I thought they were going to be a really good team last year, and I just don't really see them doing anything crazy next year. So we're both agreeing on the Kyler Murray being better than Baker Mayfield. Now, head to head, Kyler Murray or Baker Mayfield? You're an NFL team. Who would you want as your quarterback, Kyler Murray or Baker Mayfield?
Kyler because Kyler is more like he's a scrambler. He's a mobile. Because in comparison to Russell Wilson, so he's a comparison to Russell Wilson because Kyler watches Russell Wilson's film, like how he does a run, how he does a good magic, how he does like any good plays, good lucky throws, and all that. That's something Kyler will do good. He'll be a better quarterback, and then the other quarterback they got.
Think so. You would say you would take Kyler Murray over Baker Mayfield, right? Correct. You would take So we're back here. So you would take Kyler Murray over Baker Mayfield mainly because you compare him to Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know if I completely agree with that. I think I would take Baker Mayfield over Kyler Murray. I like Kyler Murray, but I think I would take Baker Mayfield only because, one, he's a little bit taller. I think he has a stronger arm. Yeah, I think he has definitely way more stronger arm than Kyler Murray. And I just like Baker Mayfield as a player. I like him in what he does. I think he can be a really great player when he needs to be, when he wants to be. He just does not have the right head coach. And I think if I were to start a team, or if I was, let's see, who's the team that needs a quarterback? I would say the Jets. Jacksonville. They need a new quarterback. I would think Jacksonville would take. If I were the head coach for Jacksonville, I would take Baker Mayfield over Kyler Murray, just because I think he might be has a stronger arm. But hey, these are just opinions. You have your take, I have my take.
Yeah, fact or opinion. Yep.
Okay, yes. So that's basically let's move on to the next topic. We got another one here. This will be actually something that recently happened earlier today, or I think it was later yesterday. But Giannis, let's go to the NBA. So Giannis says this year, with the whole the NBA is going to Orlando, going to Disney World, he said it will be tougher to win a championship this year, more than on the other years. Where do you think on that? Do you think this year will be tougher for the players to get a championship this year, or do you think it'll be less? Do you think it'll be easier, or do you think it'll be tougher?
Tougher. Could be harder because it'll be a new stem in Orlando because it could have been. Because first of all, for my opinion, because the Bucks could have stand their home stem, would be tougher than the pandemic. Orlando Magic and Disney World in Florida, that'd be a tough championship to win to win the NBA Finals. It'd be a tough thing to do in Orlando.
Yeah, I think it's I'm also gonna agree with you on this one also. I think Giannis has a good point here. I think this will definitely be a tougher year to win a championship, only because, one, the players are all in their hotel rooms all day, basically. They're just sitting in their hotel room. There's just one player in each hotel room, so they can't be, like the Rockets. James Harden and Russell Westbrook won't be able to hang out as much as they're used to. They'll just be in those being their own separate hotel rooms. They're not going to be able to, walk around, hang out, play basketball with their friends.
They might
all the NBA players are friends with each other. Yeah, they might just get to talk over the phone like how we are right now, but they won't be able to see each other in person. Adam Silver has just been like, yeah, you guys aren't seeing each other. The only time you really will see each other is if you guys are going to the cafeteria for lunch. That's about it. You're just up in your room, just playing video games. They have a bunch of video games to distract them. Yeah, they can play 2K. They have a golf course there. They have places to fish, I believe. Like, it's a whole thing. It's a really cool resort, but as far as playing, I think it will be tougher also because as far as playing basketball, there's not gonna be any fans. There's gonna be no fans. It's just gonna be an empty. It's just gonna be an empty court. They're gonna be sitting in
Yeah.
their own stadiums, playing basketball, whatever, doing it how and just it'll be like a pickup game, but this time it means something. I think the players like LeBron James, Giannis, Luka, all these players are so used to having fans at the game to cheer them on or even to boo them on, and I think that will definitely be a huge factor as far as who wins the championship and who gets it, because it's gonna be more mentally tough than any other season because it's going to really be a grind. What do you think about that? What do you think about no fans in the stadiums also?
Yeah, kind of disappointing. Kind of yeah. Because I agree with you that because it's gonna be like different for like them, like be like so sad, like be like why like because an empty court, they practice by themselves. Like who knows what I mean? So do you want?
Hold on, you cut out. What you cut out? What'd you say? You cut out.
So I was trying to say, um, so you're gonna be so sad. Like how could there be no fans, right? There could be no fans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with no fans, it's just gonna be like just an empty stadium. There's not gonna be anyone to
And that's
cheer
what
them
like
on or boo them on. And I think that will be tougher. I think the players are used to that. Sometimes it might help them. It might not help them. Maybe some players like it when it's a quiet stadium. Other players need it to be loud for them to get in their mode and all to really go off.
yeah.
So really, real
So I
question
agree with
is,
you that
will it
time.
be tougher? Yeah, I think it definitely will be tougher than past seasons, just because of that point. Just there's so many factors of going into this, and also there's not gonna be, they're all flying to Orlando, and they're there for what 2 to 3 months in Orlando. Like they don't get to see their families. They're just stuck in their hotel rooms. At the end of the day, they're just in their hotel rooms. They're not gonna hang out with their friends, like on the team. You don't you just you everything is just by yourself. It's basically like you're just going away to some place. It's like when they were in AAU. Shannon Sharp said, or Skip. I don't know if it was AAU or Skip Bayless. One of them said that it's like when they were in AAU teams. Like they would just travel and they would just sit in there, and that's how they would play. They didn't go around walking around, hanging out with their friends. They were just in hotel rooms all night. You know what I mean? So, what's your any final thoughts on Giannis saying it'll be tougher? You agree with him? You
Yeah,
think it'll definitely be tougher?
that'd be more
Okay,
tougher.
so
So yeah, more tougher. And because the good news also, they also get to go to Disney World also by themselves. I think, right?
no, do you think that'll be a distraction or a good thing? Some players
Might get
might
a
just want to go right
distraction.
on the roller coasters and all, and they'll be having fun in Disney World, but then they forget, oh, we're in the NBA playoffs.
Yeah,
We gotta win a game.
then they might get
Like I don't
distracted.
want
Yeah,
Chris Paul.
from the Thunders
With us being OKC Thunder fans, I don't want Chris Paul to go around riding roller coasters all day.
because
I want him to be focused in the gym.
just
So I
focus.
think that could definitely be a major
Distraction.
distraction.
Yes,
I think they'll definitely go out and ride the roller coasters and all have fun.
they just need
But
to
it can't
focus
just
on the
be all
game
playing video games.
because they need to
Yeah, they
focus on
need to
the game.
focus.
In the game, like how could they win it? How could they do good? Like improve, like do good. Yeah.
And
So yeah, I'll
especially
agree with
since
you.
the Thunder, we've never won a championship. We won
In
a ring.
Orlando, because we never won a championship in Orlando.
Yeah, it's just gonna be one stadium each. I don't know how they're gonna do it. They take turns in the stadium. I'm gonna look at the schedule right now. I don't believe any teams are playing at the same time, right? Why'd
One,
they pick Orlando? Do you know why they picked Orlando?
I don't know why they actually picked it because, but I think it's a good
I think
place.
because they had all the hotel rooms and they could have all the players in one spot. I think that's
Yeah.
probably why they're calling it like the bubble. Like they're just stuck in that Orlando
Bubble,
Disney
yeah.
World bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, so none of the times are. Yeah, so maybe they're just switching out
Yeah, there's one team at July
teams.
30th, right? There's one team against July 31st, right? Or 30th.
Yeah, so July 30th, obviously. If you don't know by now, Utah and New Orleans Pelicans. They're starting off the season back in, as far as get back in the NBA mood.
And the
How
Lakers
excited are
and
you for that
Clippers.
game?
That'll be a
Oh yeah,
good
I think
game.
we're
But
definitely
I'm
more
more,
excited for the Clippers and Lakers.
yeah, we're
Who do
about
you
the
think is gonna win
LA.
that one?
I don't know, because we both like LA teams. Kawhi Leonard versus LeBron.
Two great players. And actually, speaking of Kawhi Leonard, that'll come up later in this episode, later in this show. But we'll keep right now. That's a little teaser for you guys listening. But Clippers, Lakers, who you got winning for the first game on July 30th? Or I guess it's technically
I
the
think
second game because Utah and Pelicans are playing first. But Clippers and Lakers, who you got winning?
Lakers.
Yeah, I think I got LeBron's just he's LeBron James, okay? Like there's not much to say. He's
His
LeBron
fans is
James.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard will be like another MVP.
And I don't think LeBron James and
Champs.
Kawhi Leonard like each other. I think they actually are rivals. Like from
And like about the
when
LA.
Leonard was a Spur. When Leonard used to be a Spur and LeBron was in Miami, they would go against each other and I don't know if they really like each other. I think they respect each other, but I don't know if LeBron likes Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi Leonard he's a quiet guy.
Now they
And he
might
gets the
like
job
each
done.
other because first of all they're on the same team now because of the same city, right? LA. They might still like each other.
That actually I will definitely add to more of their rivalry because now they're in the same city, they definitely now have to go against each other. It's like Dak Prescott and Deshaun Watson, both Texas teams. It's a rivalry, Houston versus
Number
Dallas. Who's
4.
gonna win? Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think we can wrap up on that topic. So yeah, I think Giannis is definitely has a good point here. Definitely gonna be tougher to win a championship this year, only because of all the distractions and just the mental toughness that the players are already have to do. Like they already have so much preparation goes into these games, even when it's just a regular season. Only this year, it's like they're going to Orlando, but I think like last year, when they go into the playoffs. It's a hard grind. They gotta win 4 games. It's not just like in the NFL. You just win one game, you move on to the next round.
Wait a minute, for the playoffs for the NBA, it's gonna be 4 games or like how are they gonna do it for the playoffs?
I think it's gonna be actually. Let me look this up. I know I wrote about this. I think actually it's gonna be. I know the finals is gonna be two like it'll be regular. Like you gotta win 4 games to win the NBA finals. But I think it's just a 1 game thing.
One
Okay,
game series, right?
I'm looking at my story right now. The NBA coming back story. I'm looking right here. Oh no, I said. Okay, so this story is of what I think this season should be. Okay, well, what I did was so basically the Eastern Conference is in core. Actually, no, not the Eastern Conference. I think it's more of the Western Conference. Okay, so yeah, I really just said that the my take of what the NBA playoffs would have been was like, how about we do for the first, second, and third round? There's 3 rounds and then the finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think the first 3 rounds it should be the best of 3. So if you win 2 games on the team, you move on to the next round. I think I like that. And then the NBA finals, you have the regular. You win 4 games, you win the series, and potentially you sweep them, or you go to game 5, game 6, or game 7. But I think for the playoffs, the round 1, round 2, round 3, I think that should just be 3 games, or you should win 2 games, and
move on.
whoever wins, yeah. So you win 1 game, okay, you win the second game, you go to the next round. What do you think of that? You like that? Do you want it? Would you change it? What do you think?
Because I actually agree with you. The first one because you like best of 3 and if you had to win 2 games in the playoffs.
You just move on to the next round.
Yeah. Because I like that better than the other ones.
So I don't know what. I'm gonna try to look this up here. Why don't you talk about a little bit more Giannis? How about you talk about what do you think? How well do you think the Thunder are gonna be this year? Why don't you give them take on? What do you think the OKC Thunder is gonna be? While I look up how the NBA playoffs is gonna work.
I think the Thunder's could have a chance to because we already know the Thunder already clinched in the playoffs. I think we're gonna get a rematch and beat Utah Jazz and then move on. I don't know how far we're gonna get to. It'll be kind of close. If we go to the finals, that'll be good. If we don't, I don't know. Like, don't know how Chris Paul's gonna do as a Thunder. He'll do good as a Thunder. And yeah, I think we're gonna have a chance. I don't know how far. could the Thunder go? So do you think the Thunder could go that far, Sam, or no?
Do I think the Thunder are gonna go where?
That far in the playoffs or no?
How far? Like first round, second round?
Like because past the first round, past the second round, like how far do you think we're gonna go? Like
I
1, 2,
think
3, or 4?
I think we'll probably just make it to the first round and lose to whoever we're playing. I mean, I think the Thunder. Like I think I said this on the last podcast. I think we have an okay team, and I don't know. Somehow we won 40 games. Didn't really think we were gonna do that, but we were able to win
Because Chris
40
Paul,
games.
hey Sam. Again, one at a time. Yeah, last podcast we did, Sam. I said the Thunders have Chris Paul. We stopped Chris Paul because that's I think we kept him winning more games. That's why he got to 40. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely surprised me that they could win 40 games this year.
I think we're gonna do more bad and worse. Westbrook and Paul George.
Yeah, I think without Westbrook and Paul George, same. I thought we're not going to do great, but I think we're probably going to get to the first round. We'll probably do what we normally did, like the past 3 years. Maybe Chris Paul will be the answer that we need, and he'll do great things. But I think we'll lose in like 5 games, maybe 6, maybe 4. We'll either get swept or we'll win 1 game and we'll lose. I really do not think the Thunder are going to do good.
I'm thinking the Thunder are going to get a rematch against Utah because we definitely need a rematch
and
against Utah.
It's Utah also, which Utah does not seem like a good team. But then whenever they go up against us, we lose. Like, how does that make any sense?
I think we're going to stop them and be good. I'm thinking the first half, Chris Paul will hit some threes, and then like second half we'll keep on doing good. I'm thinking the Thunder's got a chance to win this series and get the rematch. That'll be good for.
You think they're gonna win the second round, or do you think they'd lose in the second round?
I don't know. I don't know who we're gonna play in the second round.
We'd have to see who we're playing. But I mean, I don't know. The first round, I don't feel confident about it. But that can be another conversation where we talk about as we get closer to the NBA playoffs and the playoffs start, then we can really give our
So we can talk about
thoughts
Tuesday. So we can talk about that on Tuesday.
Or maybe just like when July 30th comes, or like when the playoffs start, then we can really see like what are our thoughts on the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's segue here back to the NFL. We went from the NFL to the NBA, back to the NFL.
So back to your team now. Back with your Seattle Seahawks team.
So yesterday, the Seahawks. Well, there's a video at Russell Wilson's dangerous field. He has a dangerous field, and he was seen working out with none other than Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was running routes, and Russell Wilson was throwing those balls to him. And I watched the video, and I liked how Russell Wilson was throwing the balls to Antonio Brown. What are your thoughts? What do you think of Antonio Brown maybe being a Seahawk? I wrote a story on him possibly being a Seahawk. I said I didn't really think we need him. But the way Russell Wilson was throwing the football to him, and Antonio Brown's still fast. He can still catch the ball. He's a good receiver. What are your thoughts on Antonio Brown maybe going to the Seahawks?
I'm liking this idea because Antonio Brown has a chance, and I'm thinking the Seahawks going to get Antonio Brown. He'll be a good fit for Seattle. They're going to have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. What's the other else he got from the draft, from the free agency? Philip Dorsett.
Yeah, the Patriots.
Yep. I'm thinking the Seahawks could have a chance to get Antonio Brown. I'm thinking the Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely. I feel like if we get Antonio Brown, we're gonna have to get rid of somebody. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a wide receiver, but we're gonna have to get rid of a good player on the Seahawks. And we don't have that many good players on the Seahawks. Like as far as big name players, we have really players that you don't really know them by their name, but they're really good on the Seahawks. Like Tyler Lockett, not a lot of people mention him. David Moore, not a lot of people mention him. Rashad Penny, he's also pretty good. Not a lot of people. Chris Carson, super underrated. Travis Homer. Like, we have good players. No one knows them. And I think when you add a guy like Antonio Brown into
the veteran,
team, he's going to want a lot of money. He's going to want a lot of money. And when he wants a lot of money, somebody's going to have to leave. And it's like, who are we going to get rid of to keep Antonio Brown? It's going to be a 1-year deal.
So do you want?
Is it going to be multiple years? I don't know.
Do you want to get rid of Josh Gordon? It's gonna
be like a Russell Wilson. Like, we're gonna have to get rid of a big name player on our team. We
Who's
don't
a big
like a
name?
Bobby Wagner on our team. Because Antonio Brown, Bobby Wagner, I mean, Antonio Brown, I know is going to want a lot of money. That's one of the problems. He's going to want a lot of money, and we don't have that much money.
How much do you guys have?
I don't know how much we have, and I don't know how much he's asking for, but he's going to want a lot of money. And if we don't give him that lot of money, he's not going to sign with us. That's why I said we don't really need him. We already have DK Metcalf, which I said is going to – I already think DK Metcalf is going to have a really good year next year. Like, he's going to be one of the best receivers in the game. He's tall, fast. I can go into all of it, but he is definitely going to be one of the receivers to watch for this year. And I don't think we really need Antonio Brown. So you would think you'd like Antonio Brown coming to the Seahawks. You think that'd be a good fit?
Yeah, because it'd be a good fit because you guys might need him but again I agree with you, Matt Sam, because you might not need Antonio Brown because you guys already have DK Metcalf and other players like Tyler Lockett, Bob Wagner on defense. It'd be kind of good for you guys to get because but again because I know you're a Seahawks fan because you actually wanted somebody, right, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, and again, I saw the video of him throwing the ball to Antonio Brown. It really.
I was like, yeah, because I saw that. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, because they caught it deep.
It's
He's
just a
so
little
fast.
practice video. You know, it's not a real game. It's not even training camp. It's just a little video of them throwing the ball together.
Him too, yeah.
But I mean, Russell Wilson and Antonio Brown. That could be a crazy combination. Even though I don't really think we need him. Now, what happens? Okay, if we do get Antonio Brown, then what do we do? Because then I know we're gonna get rid of somebody if we get Antonio Brown. And I don't want to get rid of anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and when if someone gets hurt on your team, Sam, then who will be on your team now?
Yeah, like
Right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't really think we'll need him. I don't really see us getting him, like actually getting him. I just think it'll just be a little thing where we just get rid of him and leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think we need Antonio Brown.
Okay.
It'll just be probably just some free agency things where we talk about it. Then again, I didn't think we get Eddie Lacy. We got Eddie Lacy. And Eddie Lacy didn't do anything for us.
Because you guys
He was
didn't.
a slow running back.
Yeah, because you guys didn't need him, right?
Yeah, and that was supposed to be a big thing, like Eddie Lacy going to the Seahawks. That's when back when Eddie Lacy used to be considered a really good running back. A cheese,
Yeah,
he was a cheesehead. He was
on a
considered a
Green Bay pack.
cheesehead.
Because
So
he was on the Packers.
people call him a cheesehead.
Because he's not Packers. He's not Packers.
Oh, I thought you said people call him a cheesehead.
No.
And he
No, because
just
of
looks like a
Packers.
cheesehead.
No, he's like a Packer. Because he's a
Okay.
player for the Packers.
I don't even know how we're talking about Eddie Lacy.
Yeah,
So let's
yeah.
finish this topic right now.
Okay.
So final thoughts. Antonio Brown going to Russell Wilson and joining the Seahawks. I don't know if I'd like it. I don't really think we need him. But then again, you never know with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's going to do something crazy. He's going to add a random guy. He's going to add a big superstar out of nowhere. You never know what Pete
He'd
Carroll
be
will
fast.
Like I said, yeah, it looked cool. It looked cool to see Russell Wilson throw the football.
You should see his highlights. Because you should go check. Because you should go see Antonio Brown's highlights with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I've seen his
He does
highlights.
good.
I mean, when he played against Seattle back in 2015, I think, in Seattle.
Sherman with Sherman.
I mean, yeah, that was a whole matchup. Russell Wilson and Big Ben, Sherman versus Brown. Antonio Brown and Sherman got picks, 2 picks on him.
Yeah.
2 picks on Antonio Brown and Big Ben. He said, yes, sir. So, I mean, that's, again, we had Richard Sherman. We're a really good team. But, yeah, I think Antonio Brown would be cool for him to join, but we're going to have to get rid of somebody good, and I don't want to get rid of anybody good on our team.
I agree with
I don't really think we need him.
Mm-hmm. Because I agree with you.
Exactly. Okay, so let's go to the final topic. Back to the NBA.
Yes.
From the NFL, NBA, NFL. Finish it off to the NBA. We're talking about one of my favorite guys in the NBA. And this is a really serious question. Will Kawhi Leonard be considered an all-time great player? Meaning, when you talk about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, all these all-time great players, would you consider Kawhi Leonard an all-time great player?
Yes.
You would think so you think he's all-time great.
Yes.
Okay, why? Give me your thoughts. Why would you say that? Hello, Johnny?
What
Hold on, wait, you cut out. What did you say before?
wait, what you said?
Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning of your thoughts.
So for my opinion, I said he person of like LeBron James. He'll be like another he'll be like the nicest all time. He can because first he can cross him over, can do a step back. He can do some layups. He might not be the all time, but I'm still thinking about like LeBron be the all time, then Kawhi Leonard.
No, but you think he'd just be in that conversation? When you talk about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, would you
Yeah,
bring up Kawhi Leonard?
could be in a
That's
conversation.
interesting.
Yeah, because yeah,
You'd say,
because there would be in a conversation of this list.
see, for me, it's kind of tough. Because,
Yeah.
one, up until this point, he has had a great career. He has 2 rings, right?
Yes.
Or 3.
Spurs. Two. Spurs and
He won 2 with Spurs or 1
Raptors.
with Spurs? Won 1 with Spurs, 1 with Raptors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he won 1 with Spurs. So he has 2 rings.
Because remember he lost against the Heat again.
Yeah. So 2 rings he has. He's beaten LeBron in the finals. He's shown up. He's one of the best defensive players. He's a great shooter also. All around, he's a really good player. And, the thing he did for Toronto, he went all the way to Toronto, brought them a whole championship and just left. He's like, okay, I'm in and out. So,
Yeah, he just
I
said
mean, I don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. For me, I think we'd have to finish. I think LeBron is obvious, all-time great player. Some players is obvious, but I think we gotta wait for his career. The same thing with Steph Curry. Is like when you talk about Steph Curry, is he considered an all-time great player? Because I think Steph Curry is obviously. I think everyone can agree. Steph Curry is the obvious all-time great player, just because what he did for the NBA, the way he changed the NBA.
Okay, and
But
I have a question for you, Sam. So why you don't think Kawhi Leonard might be the concern of all-time great players? Why you don't think he'll be the all-time
Well, I think at
player?
the end of his career, then we can really look at it. I think right now, if you look at it, it's tough to say if he's an all-time great player right now. Just because, has he changed the NBA? Has he done anything crazy? We know he's done crazy stuff. He's done really good stuff. He's won championships. But has he
No,
done
two.
anything that's crazy? Yeah, he's won 2 championships for 2 different teams. Could possibly win a 3rd ring. I mean, him and Paul George,
But
the Clippers, they could also win a ring this year. Kawhi could definitely win a ring.
be
And I like Kawhi Leonard. He's one of my favorite players. I think, he's one of my favorite players. But when you talk about all-time great right now, I think it's a little too early. There's still some players that I would rank over Kawhi Leonard. People say he's like a Scottie Pippen in the league. And I think he is like a Scottie Pippen. But we got to wait till his career's ended. See what all he's accomplished in his career to really call him an all-time great.
so. What's your first list? You think Steph Curry? You still think, right? You still think about Steph Curry, right?
Yeah, Steph Curry. I think we're talking about in the NBA right now. Who's
Yeah,
in
and
all-time great?
yeah, right now.
Yeah, I think Steph Curry is definitely all-time great. Just because the way he changed the game with the 3-pointers.
Yeah, he
LeBron
was a
James, all-time great. Let's see, who else is all-time great in the NBA? Who would you
MJ.
in the NBA right now? Like who's still playing? Who would you put?
Oh,
Giannis? Do you think Giannis could be an all-time great player?
I don't know.
I feel like we've
Yeah,
seen a Giannis
it
though.
could.
Have we seen a Giannis? He's like a Will Chamberlain,
I don't
kind
know.
of. To me, he's like a Will Chamberlain.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
We have
And
to.
then
What are you gonna say?
Westbrook.
Is
Westbrook, do you
Westbrook an
think would be
all-time
the?
great player? That is tough. Because I like Westbrook. I like Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
think
yeah, Russ. Yeah.
he might not be an all-time great player though. He could
What
be. I
about
mean,
Kevin
they've
Durant?
done the child. Kevin Durant's an all-time great player. Yeah, he's all-time great. Just because shooting crazy for that tall, that distance. You remember the shot he did against LeBron James in the finals in Cleveland. Boom, bang, hit the 3 in
Yeah.
LeBron's face to basically win the game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that. Chuck 3, like a hot Chuck 3,
The hut
crazy throw.
to the
Yeah.
hike, and then he looked back. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, it's not football. We're not on the NBA. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard, final
Okay.
thoughts. Is he an all-time great player? Go. Get out.
But I'm not. But I'm thinking. Because my opinion is he's not yet to be an all-time great
Wait,
player.
hold on. You said he was an all-time great player. Now you're switching. Pick your answer and stick with it.
Fine. The first one was say he might. Yeah. But because I'm thinking he'll be the all-time great player.
You think he will be an all-time great player? Okay, so I basically think that he's gonna be an all-time great. I don't know if he'll be an all-time great player because we have to see his career evolve and do bigger and more things. I think if he's able to, get back on track on, do what he's been doing. If he continues doing what he's been doing, I think he can definitely make a statement on why he's an all-time great player. But I think we got to see how his career ends up and finishes off, and then we can really decide if he's an all-time great. All-time great. It's just, is he all-time great? Right now. As of right now, I don't know if he's all-time great. Okay. Can you hear me, John?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Okay, did you hear what I kind of said? You kind of cut out. Don't know if you really heard me, but you heard what I said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. So I think that's basically what we can leave that at that. Just
For today.
any final thoughts on Kawhi Leonard being an all-time great? I said my whole
Nope.
thing, my final thoughts on it. Anything else you want to say?
But I said my.
Okay,
No.
so you said
But
yours,
I
I
said
said
my
mine.
thing.
Okay, so I think that is where we'll wrap it up. Again, yeah, thank you, Jonathan, for coming on to the podcast, helping me out, being the second man, the partner to this. Once again, you guys check out sportslibrary.tech if you guys want to continue seeing more articles on the NFL and the NBA. Little surprise hint, I'm actually writing the story on Mayfield versus Murray right now, and it'll be coming out later today. So make sure you guys check that out, as well as other stuff we got going on. We got videos. We're going to start publishing these podcasts onto the website. So make sure you guys check that out. This podcast is on Apple, is on Spotify also. So wherever you're listening, make sure you guys, it's even on YouTube also. So wherever you guys are listening, make sure you guys check out the sportslibrary.tech website. It helps us out. You guys can read what we're writing every single day. And if you want to be a writer for sportslibrary.tech, email me at samson.george08@gmail.com. So yeah, if you just email me, send me a quick resume or something, and you want to end up writing for Sports Library, we can maybe work something out. But I think that's where we'll end this podcast. I think we're going to start doing these every Tuesday and Thursday. I think that's the schedule for right now. We might do it every day. We might do it Tuesday and Thursday. We'll have to figure it out. But right now, expect episode number three to come out on Tuesday. So any final thing you want to say to the viewers, John?
No, thank you very much. And I'll see you on next Tuesday for episode 3. Thank you very much. And thank you for all you guys. And yeah, I think everything's good.
Okay. Thank you. Viewers,
You're
we'll see
welcome.
you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.